Okay, first question. What are our thoughts about TTC? What are our opinion guesses?
Top 10. To be fair, I don't know what was top 10 last week, so I don't even know that I can predict what could be on this week. I don't know. I don't
Um,
think. Oh, mommy, I'm not sure. Plus,
I
was
think
it?
last week was when Bonner had like 4 entries in the top 10 now. So I predict two. So yeah, that's my predict.
Y'all really don't like Burner, do you? Dang. What did
I've
Burner
been
Boy
listening though. Me, I've been listening. I don't know about that, but me, but I just predict two, sir. But me, I've been listening. I don't know about other people.
Okay, everybody else, any guesses?
I prefer not to speak on burner before they go come this place and they call my name. Please. I avoid all things burner moving forward. Because next year they go call. Shay, you were not there on that space when brother. For this week, I can't lie. Maybe I don't know if I want to say one condition. I anticipate maybe, possibly. That seems to be a song that a lot of people are listening to. So maybe Wes will make an appearance with one condition. Maybe.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Anybody else?
Oh yeah, it would be nice to see. I think this is the week where Ashake, like the work condition, the avatar, like this week where they'll reflect.
Yeah.
So it would be nice to
We'll
see
see.
where like all
We'll see
of
where
them.
landlord landed this week too.
Yeah, I actually want to see that. That'd be nice if you made top 10.
Okay, okay, okay. On that note, I am going to share the top 10 songs this week according to Turntable charts. And they provide the chart rankings for the official Nigeria top 10 based on audio and airplay, based on audio streaming and airplay in Nigeria. Okay, we'll start with activity outside the top 10. Tyler's Dynamite with Wizkid debuts at number 13, which makes it Tyler's highest charting single in Nigeria. Interesting. What, I didn't go higher than 13? That is very fascinating.
Apparently not.
That is funny. Okay, okay. Also, Benson's I Alone reaches a new peak of number 20 in its fourth week on the chart, where it jumped to number 20 from number 31 last week. So, I guess you could.
So it went up.
Yes, it went from number 31 last week to number 20 this week.
That
So, I
makes sense
guess.
because there was a trend. There's like a island trend going on TikTok. So
Okay,
I'm
so
not
that
surprised.
tracks. That tracks, that tracks, that tracks. Okay, now we will jump into our top 10. At number 10 this week, spending its fifth week on the chart at number 10, we have Benson's Olayemi. Beautiful, beautiful song. Uh, at number 9 this week, dropping from number 6, is Adekunle Gold's Coco Money. And at number 8 this week, dropping from number 5, we have Benson's Very Soon featuring Fola. Um, any thoughts on those bottom three there?
Wait, which was number 8?
Wait, how long has very soon?
Oh, okay.
Very Soon was number 8 by Benson and Fola. Coco Money was number
That
9
that record has
by
been on the
Dekule
chart
Gold.
for a minute now.
Yeah. Coco Money was number 9 and Liami was number 10. I'm surprised that Coco Money dropped from 6 to 9. That's interesting. Okay, and slipping from number 3 to number 7 is Davido's With You featuring Omale. So at number 6 this week, dropping from number 4 to number 6 is Olamide's 99 with Ashake, Dacon, Shay Vibes, and Young John. The song previously topped the chart for 3 weeks. And coming in at number 5, the former number 1 falls from number 2 to number 5 we have Famous Pluto's Ewo featuring Shelly Poppy and Zeri DL. So at number 10, we had Olayemi. At number 9, Coco Money. At number 8, Very Soon. At number 7, With You. At number 6, 99. And at number 5, we have You. How are we feeling about those ones?
Why is everybody just dropping? Please, I need to know the top four. That's what's in my head right now. Like, why is everybody dropping?
Okay. Okay, interesting. Coming in at number 4 this week, after tallying 3.49 million on demand streams, making it number 2 on streaming, and 30.5 million in radio reach, making it number 25 on radio, we have DJ Tunes One Condition featuring Wizkid and Fola debuting at
Let's
number
fucking
4.
go.
One Condition is DJ Tune's first top 10 entry on the official singles chart and is Wizkid's 26th top 10 entry. This will be Fola's 7th top 10 entry in the official Nigeria Top 100, and all of Fola's 7 top 10 entries came in the last 12 months. So that's what we have at number 4. At
Wait, you said
number
all of
3,
for last top 10 have been what?
in the past 1 year.
Damn.
Next
Next
rated,
rated,
next
no,
rated,
next rated.
next rated.
He has had 7. He has had 7 top 10 entries, and
In
all
one
7
year.
have been in 1 year.
God damn. And
Yep.
somebody was arguing me next rated. Well, quiet, please.
Okay. Debuting at number 3 this week with 101.6 million in radio reach, making it number 1 on radio, and 1.54 million on demand streams, making it number 10 on streaming, is the one with the hottest body, Ira Star. Arasta's hot body debuts at number 3. As a result, it becomes Ira's 17th top 10 entry on the official singles chart, extending her record as the female artist with the most top 10 entries in Nigeria.
Look what a hot body can do. Look what
Landlady,
a hot
landlady,
body can
landlady,
do.
landlady.
Come on.
Y'all are so funny. Oh, so one more time. At number 10, we had Layemi. At number 9, Coco Money. At number 8, Very Soon. At number 7, With You. At number 6, 99. At number 5, Ewo. At number 4, we had One Condition. And at number 3, we had Hot Body. Coming in at number 2 this week, dipping from number 1 to number 2, is Burna Boy's Love, which topped the top 100 songs in Nigeria last week. Which means coming in at number 1 is the landlord himself, Ashake. Ashake's Batman Gangster with Tiakola debuts at number 1 on this week's official Nigeria Top 100. The song tallied 3.96 million on demand streams, making it number 1 on streaming, and 60.7 million in radio airplay impressions, making it number 4 on radio. As a result, it becomes Ashake's record extending 13th number 1 on the official singles chart in Nigeria, and the first since he left YBNL and Empire, since Badman Gangster is released under Gamma and Jiran Republic. Um, so far, Ashake has had 13 number 1 songs. This song becomes Tiakola's first number 1 single in Nigeria and earns him the record of being the first French artist to earn a number 1 single in Nigeria and the first European since Burna Boy and Ed Sheeran in 2022 with For My Hand to reach the summit of the official singles chart in Nigeria. How are we feeling? Yeah.
Wow, pretends to be shocked. Oh, wow, can't believe it. Wow. Ashake is number one
Soldier go,
again. Wow.
soldier go, soldier come. Barack remain the same. Oh. That's all I have to say.
Uh,
Landlords,
I'm screaming. This is so funny.
landlords.
Um, there's a list of all of Ashake's number one songs in Nigeria. Omokwe Olamide, Suba remix with Burna Boy, Peace Be Unto You, Bandana with Fireboy, Terminator, Organize, Yoga, No Competition with Davido, 230, Amapiano with Olamide, Lonely at the Top, MMS with Wizkid, and coming in at number 13 is Badman Gangsta with Tia Kola. Um, any other thoughts? Anybody have questions, opinions?
I just want to say that this man used like is it six number ones to do debut album cover art. There's nobody like him at this point. Nobody.
They
Yeah.
did not, they don't call him land. We don't call him landlord for no reason.
Um,
I ain't really on chats. The rest are just, we're just all looking.
but I also want to finally say that even I at least I tried. I said two. I said two. I tried. That's all. That's all I have to close it.
Leave Burna Boy alone, please. Anybody else have any thoughts, questions? Does anybody have any questions for TTC? No? We're comfortable? Apart from Ashake's Badman Gangsta, what was everybody else feeling about all the other songs that popped up on the top 10? I was personally shocked that Coco Money went down to number 9 because I thought everybody liked that song.
I was not shocked.
No, me, I just think that sadly, like the last week was just a very, very strong week. That's why we have like a lot of ups and downs. Like I feel like nobody stood a chance at that point. If a whole Omali can drop, can show you the gravity of things
He
that
said, I
that
go
moves.
Omale. Please, 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 please,
So
please.
I just want to know where I know like these guys might not really have like a lot of radio numbers, but I want to know where Luna like debuted on the charts. I think that would be um nice to know.
Okay,
Then
I know TTC is listening, so if they have a question to an answer to that question, they'll come up and share. Anybody else have any other questions, thoughts? No, we're just all comfortable with where everything is.
Ah,
Anyway,
yes, now what's there
I
not to be
Uh,
comfortable with? My Sabi girl
okay,
is really doing
yeah,
what Sabi
that's
girls do. That's my girl. I said period,
yeah, that's
landlady.
what I wanted to say. Yes, yes, she has earned the title of landlady. She has gotten the most top 10 entries by a female artist in Nigeria, and she's just proof that a hot body can do something. See, so I love that for her very much.
Potential song of the year, by the way.
Hot body. Ah,
Y-
at this point,
Yes,
I
ma'am.
think it's going to be song of a couple summers personally. That's just my personal opinion. Because what a tune.
For the song.
Okay, someone Moya from TTC is here. Hi Moya, how are you?
Hi, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. How are you doing?
Y- Yeah, I'm fine. So I am aware someone asked a question, but I did not get the question. So I'm sorry, can the person come again?
so yeah, I wanted to know where Luna is on like where did Luna debut? Can you hear me?
Lona, that's
Dead Flowers.
yes, please. I'll check.
Okay, while Moyo gets back to us with the answer to that question, anybody have any guesses for what the top 10 will look like next week?
I think some songs will I don't know, but I think like Davido will climb back up. That's what I feel. I feel like Davido will climb back up because it's Dante that can come and tell us the strong new music Friday, sha, but like I don't think we're having like any new entries in the top 10. They might just like reshuffle numbers. That's
I
it.
want to
You don't
see.
believe in
I will.
Kelebu?
Maybe
That's what I was gonna
Kelevo.
say.
Oh, Kelebu. I
Yeah.
don't believe in Kelebu streams. So I won't lie to you. I don't believe in Kelebu
As for
streams.
me, I think Benson is still going up. As for me, Benson is still going way up. Like, damn, those songs on Captain album are crazy, man. They are crazy.
Okay, okay. Besides Kelebu, besides
S-
Benson.
Does Kelebu believe in us? I have to ask this
What do you mean?
particular
I don't.
question.
Okay. See me. Can
Go
I
ahead,
go?
Dante. Go ahead, Dante.
See, aside from Kelebu, I I don't know. That Friday was proper, yes, but my most played song is Kelebu from that Friday. I think I got to check if there's like another record that was really raving about. But that's my most played song from the
Please,
weekend. So, and based on the fact that a lot of people were trying to get like 10K, I expect it to
We'll
at least
address
show.
Kelebu. We'll address the Kelebu competition in a second for sure. I think Moyo, you have the answer, right?
yes, Lona's Dead Flower, number 72, debuted at number 72.
Lona Lona. It's a beautiful song though. I'm excited to see what Lona does in the very, very near future. I know that like the concert run came to an end, like I believe this past weekend, right? So I'm excited for Lona to see what happens with
Yeah.
that. But yeah.
Fido also dropped a remix for Joy's Coming with Kiss
Okay.
Daniel.
It's
So
okay. It's okay.
that's
It's no, it's okay. It's actually okay, you know?
no,
Um
but you said that what songs might make it. But Kiss Daniel is another one of the
okay,
landlords
but
you know.
we
So
have already established that Joy should come and be going. So Joy
yeah,
cannot be
but
coming
you
back.
said no
Wait,
enough.
what do you wait? Sorry, I feel like I missed that. There was a remix to who?
Joy is coming now.
Joy is coming by
The joy
Fido.
has gone. Please.
With Kiss
The
Daniel.
remix with Kiss
So
Daniel is my point. Yeah, with Kiss Daniel.
yeah, so it might
He
be
dropped a
coming
whole
back.
EP. Oh.
Yeah,
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 he
he
dropped the
dropped
whole
an
EP,
EP,
but that's
but
for like
Joy is
new
Unpopular
coming might
opinion,
stuff.
come
that
back.
that's like the worst EP ever that I've heard by an Afrobeat artist. The
Wow.
worst ever.
Oh wow. Okay.
You are very, very strict inside this place. Wow.
Very strict. Does anybody have any other questions for Moyo first before we move on to new music? Yes, no, maybe, no.
No, I don't think we have any questions. But you were asking for like portable songs for next week. I hope Dynamite climbs up though. I
Yes,
want to see Dynamite in top 10 because that song is ridiculous.
love it, love it. Moyo, thank you so much. And as always, you guys come back every Monday for TTC Top 10. I'm excited to see what happens next week. I'm very curious what the chat is going to look like. I still think Badman Gangster is going to be number one, but that's a personal opinion. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see for sure. We'll see for sure. Okay. Before we even move into new music, let's start with the Kelebu competition. Um, Rema, I believe, has announced the top five possibilities for winner. So has everybody seen the top five?
I saw the first two, so I watched the first two, and I kind of just where I landed was I needed something from that was easy to do because the nigga said something easy. So in my head, I was thinking a dance that could feel like when Shoki came out or when Zanku came out. You know, all the Wobobo with Olamide, just something simple to the Kelebu because that's just kind of like what I thought was going to happen. But guys are doing proper routine. And as somebody that respects dancers a lot, man, they're pushing themselves and I'm just not there for any of the routines. But something might
That's
fly,
fair.
but
That's
it's just
fair.
complicated for me.
The five were not bad. I would say for sure number five was just a remix of the dance people did to the other um Rema song. It was just they just took the dance from the other Rema song and remade it into a new dance. So I was like, okay, I guess that's an option. But I don't know. I don't know what anybody's thinking about these dance moves. Was there anybody else that stood out to you guys?
Number three. Is it or you sorry to say, is it the one that I don't know that you're talking about, but the one that they were doing quickly or something? I don't know.
Oh yeah,
I didn't
they
understand.
go by
Oh, the
POP
what's it called? The
boys.
POP boys.
The POP
Yeah.
boys.
Wait, is that their niche or
That's
that
so
was
so they
just
That's
call
their that's the
that's
name
their
of their
name.
handle now.
Their handle is the POP
That's the
boys.
job they do
Like they do
usually do, and that's the name
POP.
of their handle.
And I actually have like I genuinely am curious about them. I wonder if like they are dancers that's their job or if that's just the angle that they chose to
They were covered in too much stuff for me to believe that
it was
these
fake.
people were not in the middle. Yeah, like these people were not in the middle of their job and decided to just try for the thank you.
I mean,
Thank you is definitely going to them already because everybody in the comments are just shouting the POP
okay, but
boys, POP boys.
are they shouting POP boys because the dance actually matters or because they look like
Yeah,
they were in the middle of a job?
actually, but the dance is actually like the simplest, according to what Rema requested for. But I think also the POP stuff is giving them an edge also.
You know,
What's
Nigeria
Okay,
loves
I
a
just
poor
want to
Nigeria.
tell
You know,
number
Nigerians
four.
love a
mentality?
good.
Their
They love
dance
a
is
good
actually
pity
the
votes.
easiest.
Love for poor man.
No, Nigerians love a good poverty story. Like I
Yeah, they
they
love a
do love
good
that.
grass to grace. Yeah, so good for
I
them.
can see
Truthfully,
possibility. I can see possibility in the Tush Agbero dance, like the flabbergasted one.
The number five dance is the one that stood out to me as like you people just did copy and paste. So we'll see. We'll see. Okay, outside of the dance, what did everybody think about the song? Dante says it was his most played. Um, Anybody else?
um hmm Okay. First of all, my first point is um Elon Musk is wasting his billions of dollars because what is Twitter audio? I really do not understand Twitter audio. Twitter audio messes your listening experience when these artists drop like snippets. Like when they drop the snippets, then you now listen to the actual record. It's just completely different. So nonsense Twitter audio one. Then I feel like the um the second verse was actually like really nice. I really didn't expect the second verse. Um, I just have a small issue, a small issue, and I think this is the only issue that for me I have. The only issue I have is I feel like the song is like it's different, but has like still some traits from Ozeba. And I think that pairing it with like when it like it's similar, but like it's different. But because of that like similarity with Ozeba, like when they now like pair it like or you compare it once you start to compare it with Ozeba, that's where you now start feeling like, oh, Ozeba is better because it has like that like those kind of small similarities. But stand alone. I feel like the song should have come in like a should come in probably like an extended version of his, because I don't know how Dante has been listening to that song, but listening to that song before another song or after another song can can carry you to some places that I don't even understand. Like it, I don't know how to listen to it on
Don't worry,
my.
let me segue what you just said, right? So what
Yeah.
I do is after I play that song, I go and play a song called Sorganometry by Marvel and Kilobu or Uncle Below, sorry. And the thing that impresses me the most about these two records is the vocal arrangement. The arrangement makes the song. The fact that in the second verse of um Kelebu, it basically they create space for the voice to come and it goes Shebina it, and it just does that and then it comes back then it's like maybe not spitting on the mic, but like the thing it was doing whatever, and it's just super chaotic, but it makes sense to me, and that's just the way it is. Like personally, I don't. In fact, I kind of wish this was a surprise, the same way I started Batman Gangsters was a surprise. Like, don't give people time to like think about it. But of course, there was a rollout, there was the planning, the 10K for the dance. But me, I think that kind of song, I wish it didn't give people time to think. Like, and people, I don't want people to like get familiar with that type of record. I wish you need people time to think at all, and let the chaos just come. So if you're there, you're there. If you're not there, you're not, and that's just it. But people have time to think about it by the time it came. So I guess some people were more receptive than normal. Some people are like, okay, Rema is doing Rema again and whatnot. And with the comparison with Ozeba, I get it structurally because it's like one word and then over and over and over. And Ozeba was almost like in a way in his own realm. But this to me, maybe the synths feel like an extension of his, but this to me feels does not feel like it belongs there. I know with the chaos and however he wants to make the song can make people feel that way. But personally, I don't think that Kelebu belongs on his. And yes, it is from like the song that dropped in like last week. It is the song I played the most because I'm just like, this is a vibe. This is going. This is everything, and I definitely like just want more of it. I think the next thing is to like feed the energy life because it's just straight up like mosh pit stuff. You get so that's for me.
I just want to say that there's somebody that tweeted that they thought raves were like songs with Ozeba and like all those Rema type of raves. Until they went to the raves and started listening to house music. That was so funny. That was so funny. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's funny because like normal raves is like EDMP.
Interesting, interesting. Any other thoughts? I don't know. Well, to everyone that one. How do any other thoughts about Kelebu? I already told you people last week. I love the song. I think it's great. Beautiful song. Beautiful, beautiful song. Um, but I don't know what
Um,
anybody else thinks. Go ahead.
yeah, like one thing about music is that it's just very charming sometimes. You might not want to like a song, you might think this song doesn't make sense, but when you just play that stuff on your loudspeaker alone in your room, you get a different perception. I don't think any song is a bad song, especially when it's coming from an artist that understands what music is and just decides to do this particular thing. This is the same person that sang Soundgasm, sang Calm Down. So he understands what music is. He's not trying to sing rubbish. He knew what exactly he wanted to do, and that song was perfectly arranged. Because a song is sounding chaotic and sounding fast doesn't make it a bad song. That's what most people just tend to call a bad song. Once it's sounding, sometimes some songs just go viral off of how chaotic they actually sound. Some go viral because like every song has its own purpose. If you don't want to listen to Kelebu, you can scroll past it and go and listen to Calm Down, go and listen to Soundgasm, there are other calmer and slower records. So Kelebu is here to fulfill its own purpose. And we know Rema to always document what he's doing a particular thing for. So I'm sure he will still come and explain it to us later. But aside that, the song is actually a very nice song. I've played it many times today. Not cause I want to play it, but just cause the song just comes with its own mood and vibe entirely. So I think it's actually a very nice song. Yeah.
Thank you, Nafizi. Anybody else? Thoughts, Kelebu? No. Okay. We will
I'm
move.
surprised Taj does not have any contribution.
Taj has been
Taj,
fighting for his life.
Oh my guys, how far guys? What's going on, guys?
Taj, hello. Are you
I'm even
alive?
surprised that you can't. Are you
Are
alive?
you
That's really the
are you
first question.
alive? How was your weekend, Taj?
Oh,
How was
you
the
know,
music this weekend?
I don't know. It was cool, bro. I'm on my last life like this, bro. Like, I can't lie. Like, I've tried, and there's too far.
Nigerian
I'm
artists
so
one with
And,
shocked to
Taj.
see you. Yeah.
and there's literally Fireboy in 2 hours. Like, bro, like, I'm sorry, man. This past week has been
Fireboy, Fireboy in 2 hours is
uh
crazy.
from well, Fireboy in 2 hours and Bnxn listening party at midnight. I do like
At
Toronto,
midnight.
And then isn't there a
and
Logi
there's
listening
Loj
party in
listening
a
party
few
tomorrow,
days?
bro. Wow,
Uh uh
bro,
Canada is
They
the
want they
place
want they
to
want
be.
Taj's life at this point.
They
bro.
want to
Like,
kill Taj.
to be honest,
Um,
I'm gonna,
how
I'm
was
going.
this weekend
It was crazy. It was crazy.
with when was the
The concert was on
Santi
Thursday.
show? On
It
Friday
was, yeah, Santi
or
Bojo
Thursday?
Remoto. That was Thursday.
Yeah, Santi Bojan Odibo.
Yeah, then there was Charlie Poppy Shavers back to back Friday, Saturday, and then there's
Ah,
Fireboy today, and then there's Benson at midnight, and there's Luigi tomorrow.
Wait, what do you mean, Shali Poppy? Shali Poppy was in Toronto this week.
Yeah, so the last on
Ha,
Saturday, yesterday.
ah, ah.
it is well.
Yeah, bro. No,
I,
it's
how
been
what was your favorite show?
um um definitely the show I was a part of. I think on a listener experience, like on a like from an audience experience, I think to a good extent, although things started off late due to just usual madness that nobody can ever properly describe. I definitely wouldn't say it's anything from the fans, and I think people showed up on time. I think this was purely just from the artist and management side. It's just people just not turning up on time and demands. But in general, I think that was the most organized show. The She Vibes and Charlie Poppy show felt like shows that were in Ikorodu, just in Toronto. I think they also underperformed. The amount of people that went for that show, I can't imagine if it was a non-Caribana weekend. I think we'll have gotten it. I think we'll have gotten a lot more turnout. I think if the planning was better as well, people will have shown like been because what they still did a huge crowd. And you have to understand that this is the busiest weekend in Toronto, and they still put a very decent crowd for a poorly organized show, a very Raz looking show. Like you said, you didn't even know Shadi Boy was around. Precious, right? Can you guys hear me? You guys can hear me, right?
Yeah, this is the first time I'm hearing Shali
Yeah.
was
So
part of.
Now this is the first time I'm hearing
yeah,
that
bro.
I knew
No,
Was in
Shay
that
was there,
I
but
show.
nothing about
literally,
Shali.
I only knew like 5 people that went for that show. Literally, like 5 people, and there was still a good turnout, right? So once again, I'm gonna pick going to the beach club with beautiful women. I'm going to go and see Shadi Poppy on the Caribana weekend. I'm sorry, especially when I know it's in one open house, one open ground floor with some tacky
The
ass
part that sets me about
production.
the open ground floor was there was
Taj, you don't
chairs.
want to
Bro,
shout
I was
Ewo.
No,
in
it
the
was
front of
like imagine like they set up like a carnival type
bro.
stage, but then there was
This shit felt like
chairs.
all
Like
those
what's going
carnivals that they
on?
did in Ikorodu and all these places, bro. There were chairs. Guys were lifting up chairs. They were. I'm like, bro,
When
what is
you said
going on?
Ikorodu the
Chairs.
first time, I couldn't believe
Like, what is
it.
going on here,
No,
man? Like,
I saw videos from the show and I was so
I was like, bro,
confused.
what is going
Like
on here,
imagine they did it outside and they just said, "Let's give you chairs." I'm like, "Is this a carnival
bro?
really a show?"
Yeah, bro.
I'm confused.
It was very. But people
they
that
they said how do we combine Ikorodu and Caribana together?
yeah, but people that went said that I mean, the music was great. Like, and I think people were just excited to see people because that's the first time they come. But I only knew like
Yeah, because the last time he tried to come, he cancelled.
yeah.
So I'm
Yeah,
sure people were just excited to see him.
yeah, but literally, I've only seen I only knew like 4 people that went for that show. And trust me, if I only know 4 people at the show, then there's a problem. like, like there's a big problem. Just like nobody went. Literally, nobody went, and there was still a good audience. So I can't imagine if they picked a very good weekend with good planning and marketing. Those guys will have done very, very good numbers, very, very healthy numbers. But hey, man, once again, everybody knows what's doing there, man. But yeah, aside from that,
Good.
I think Fireboy show will probably be the
Yeah.
most organized, just from the way it's looking. It's like I said, it's in 2 hours. Um, it's also by Coco Bar, so I think there's a lot more experience there. So yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna be downtown in a sec, but like I don't know that I'm going for the show. I have a ticket, but I'll just if I have time, I'll just pop in like the last hour and just see what's going on. And then, like I said,
Yeah,
there's
please
just
don't die on
there's
us.
too many, there's too much going on, man. I'm only one man. Literally, I can't make everything. Like so, I've signed out for I've signed out for the weekend.
Toronto's Afrobeats correspondence for the summer.
Bro, I've signed out for the weekend, man. Bro, everything was happening, but street sook happened, bro. Like like like
Oh yeah, I saw that
like
too. That one I saw. I saw
yeah,
Street Sook happen.
street sook happened. That was great.
They said they said that America is not letting anybody in, so
As
Canada
in, they said
is.
for keep people in
I didn't
UK.
even know this many Nigerian industry people had this visa. I thought we all had visa issues. Where did everybody get visa from? Like it's crazy. There's nobody I didn't see. Major leagues they had a big session at Cabana.
Oh, there was a Major League DJs.
Yeah, that
That's
was
who I need to see.
yeah, there was a big
That's
major
who I need
league
to
and it
see.
was at Cabana and the whole city turned out for that. And that's exactly what would have happened for like a Charlie Poppy and Shivers, right? How many of us care about major league? I saw people that I know that don't listen to those guys. They were there, they paid for bottles, they paid for sections, just because that was the
Me,
motive.
I would have gone to
Because
Major Leagues.
because that was the
That's just
motive.
me.
That was the motive for the weekend, right? Just properly planned stuff and a proper venue, right? The venue they use is one of the nicest pool bars in the city, so it's like I want everyone go. Everyone was there, right? The whole city pulled up. People that me, I don't listen to those guys. I don't know they're singing. I don't know they're playing. The music just sounded very. In fact, I was bored, but I was there. Do you understand? So, but yeah, that's about it. But yeah, I mean, back to Kelebu. I think on first listen, if you listen to Kelebu and you just want to be that guy that's like, oh, the song sounds a way, so it's not good music. You know how people just feel like dancing music is not great music, or when it's fast paced, it's party music, it's just not great music. I'm sure some people felt like that when they heard Ozeba for the first time, although they will say it now. Um, I definitely don't think maybe it might be a better song than Ozeba just because of the way the chorus is. I don't think he landed the Kelebu chorus as well as he landed the Ozeba. I feel like the Kelebu word itself is a larger twister than Ozeba. Do you understand? I think him trying to say that repeatedly just is not the easiest thing to connect. But I think when you get down to the production, what they try to do with Coupe de Calais and like that DJ Arafat type sound that was even a thing in Afrobeat at some point. Like Davido used to do songs like this. It was a thing, right? So it's like seeing what they did and they were able to merge it into the rave world, into with dark synths, with like log drums. I think it's brilliant production, honestly, and I think there's a brilliance there. I just think the chorus doesn't stick as much as Ozeba does, just because I think Ozeba the 4 letter was easier to say than the 5 letter Kelebu. So him repeating that, I don't think he packs it as much of a punch. But aside from that, when you listen to the verses, the style, how he's flowing on those verses, how he's eating those verses, I think it's a great record. Will he do what Ozeba did? I don't know. I don't know that people are going to. I think perception plays a factor here. And people are just going to perceive it as another Ozeba. So why should we give it another chance again? Do you understand? Um, I think the dance challenge thing was a smart idea. If somebody can come up with a proper dance, I don't think Ozeba did have a dance challenge. I think if something can come up with a proper dance challenge and the trends, he might be able to seek another. He might be able to catch another hit of this record. I'm very curious to know what the album is like. I definitely didn't think he was going to leave us without a dance record. So good to see that there's a dance record aside the R&B more singy cuts that he's been singing of recent. And so far so good. I mean, I'm not mad at the single. Man, Rema hasn't missed in a very long time, extremely long time. So just gotta trust the process.
Yeah, thank you,
It's
Taj. Thank you,
interesting you said
Taj.
that because I haven't thought about any of these races being like fan album yet.
I think I,
Like my perception of them is standalone.
yeah, I think there's an album. I think there's an album. I think the labels involved are getting the album this year. Maybe Universal. I think they're getting the album that they might they might be able to cook up. So I think for now they're still. I think we'll get very very big features on the project. I think we'll get very different. They will try and diversify the sound a bit, but they had to sneak in and about it, right? Because it's like it worked. So why not? Like I feel like it makes sense for them to allow him try that dance play at some point on the rollout to the album. So yeah,
Fair enough.
yeah.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Any final thoughts on Kelebu? Yes. No.
Also
Going once, going
the version I
twice.
heard before had a different ending, Brema. You probably because you know, right? They had a different ending, and I didn't notice because I didn't play
Yeah.
the original version until yesterday, until the one released on Spotify, and they changed the ending, which was very interesting because I liked how the other one ended with the drums and
Yeah.
everything.
I like the original ending. The original ending was beautiful.
Yeah.
But moving on from Kelebu, actually, this is actually Taji's guy. Fido dropped an EP. Um, let's discuss. Somebody has already said it is the worst project they have ever heard by an Afrobeats artist.
There's
I
like
don't know where we
I
go
heard
from
it.
there.
I heard it. I was like, ah, that's harsh. But like in context, like I think it's easily one of the worst albums you can get to some form of breakout in quotes, star, right?
Thank, thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Like for somebody who has broken out with at least two hits, you get a product and you are like,
You guys are not nice.
it does fall in the worst project that a breakout artist can ever release. Like it's almost like he has no guidance. It's almost like, and it's not because the talent is not there, or
I'm so
he
eager
doesn't
to
know,
speak.
or he doesn't know how to speak, or he doesn't know how to sing. I just think there's just a clear, there's a clear, like it's very glaring that almost Oga do whatever he wants to do on this album, and that was what was done. Like he feels like he might be a problematic guy, which we've already kind of seen, or he might be the guy that is very strong on his voice and doesn't want to hear any word. So he went and sang what he wanted to sing, right? Like he almost feels like there was no input. There's certain styles I know that he likes because he feels that it's a flex. I know how artists like that get, especially the ones that you know how Afrobeat is like a freestyle sport to an extent. The whole one feels like a freestyle from top to bottom, with rough brilliant ideas here and there, but nothing tie anything. Some production choices are like, okay, cool, okay, I love the direction you went to. There's like a hip hop bounce that was pretty interesting. Okay, where are you going to carry this? And then he's just mumbling what he feels is good enough, right? I feel like people like Fido, time to time it's a stick, but when you get it in a full 6, 7 track, if I go into an album, you're just gonna get irritated because like at one point are you going to actually sit down and make music and not just come here and like impress yourself? It's almost like you're singing to impress yourself and not to make music, right? He's doing things that he thinks are impressive for himself to feel himself, not to get. He's not making music, and that's where you get your A&R's room. And sometimes it doesn't have to even be an A&R. It just has to be a producer. It just has to be somebody who cares more than just we're here to just enter studio and sing whatever comes to our head. Just little advice here. Even song selection, there might even be better songs, and he chose to pick the one that he wanted to pick. I don't even know that Empire is that involved in this guy. I just think they're just like, what, Baba, bring our joy is coming, let's lock it in and whatever else you want to do, do. Right? That's how it feels, right? So down to the marketing, down to the visuals. Bro, I've never seen Empire approve these kind of terrible visuals before in my life. You understand? Like the visuals, like it feels like they're not even you get and I can just tell it just feels like a thing on mobile. These guys every while tomorrow, maybe just secure our joy is coming. I mean, be careful. Make sure they put the artist on it. Kiss Daniel, also an Empire artist. Let's just log the song and move on. Like this guy is not yet. It doesn't feel like there's anybody believes in anything that that guy's trying to do, and that's very terrible because I don't think he's a bad artist. I think he's a great artist. You don't make a will of you don't make Joyce come in, you don't sing those songs like a whack. Like it's just guidance and put your head down. But then again, maybe he needs Jesus to come and help him and him. This is not Jesus will just come around.
Pride goes
But
before you fall. That's what I can say.
Uh,
I
I
need to
I
speak
have a
to.
question.
Oh God.
Do you guys think that the way he's being viewed now, especially his music, do you think it has more to do with the things he said and less to do with the
I
actual
do.
music?
I think so.
I
Um,
think
I,
I think that
But
plays
it is also not helping.
it's just not helping. But I don't think it's the sole reason. But it's not helping, right? Because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, everything I said is real. But I still snuck in the make it go
Yeah,
need Jesus
because
to go
I'm
and
like,
marry him, right?
I know
Because
he's not the
that's
first
the truth.
person to make bad music. He's not the first person to
He's
make
not
bad
no
music.
no. He's obviously suffering from those his stupid statements as well. But I think in and to an extent, it's just industry politics, and unfortunately, he's on the wrong side of it. But I think if your music is undeniable, well, nobody care.
I
But
have a
that
full
music,
series
and
about
that
this.
and that music is not undeniable. I'm sorry, like it's just not like
Okay.
it's you deny the music every day, right? And that's just what it is.
Fair, 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 fair. Any other thoughts on
Yes, I want to speak.
Fiddles? Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, see, I don't even know what to say, God, because I have a whole series about what I would say right now. Benson now, for example, I said I said a whole lot of stuff, and he has come at Davido stylishly, and Davido fans are not happy with him, but his music comes out and is extraordinarily good, and those things can weigh him down because he has those bad parts of him, but the music still overshadows every of those things. Fido, on the other hand, comes to talk down on Davido, comes to talk down on his management with just 2 hit songs in, no strong foundation to back up your claim, no catalog to back up your claim, no nothing. You're just ranting over the internet, and you don't have the music to like show for it. You didn't even have an EP out before I started throwing shots at Davido on a live video. Once Fido drops any post on Twitter,
Bro, wait. Sorry, I don't want to interrupt you, but you know that was a mistake, right? Like he said, he didn't know that that was what they were calling Davido.
this
Because it seems he just has this
me and
perception
you
that
know
he's a guy
that
that
those
comes
things are
around.
lies. Buju cannot come and tell us
I
that he doesn't
don't
know
I
that he's
don't know
throwing shots
that.
at Davido directly. They will still
Me,
stylistically
I
come and
don't
take
know
their names
that.
out of
He
those
came and
things, but the
apologized
dent,
like as fast as he could.
I still don't think so. He
I
knows
don't
what he
know
wanted to
what
do
is or
when he
isn't.
when he did what he wanted to do. He knows what he was doing, exactly what he was
Okay,
doing.
but they
All
said
those
he
things are damage
apologized
control.
now.
Those are damage control. You want to tell a Davido fan on Twitter that okay, Fido has apologized, then you want them to take away whatever he said and act like nothing happened.
But why is this a conversation about Davido fans? What is
Bro,
Davido's fans?
This is not
but I
solely about
don't
Davido
even
here.
know.
It's not
So
solely
what's our
about Davido,
business with
but
Davido's fans?
that's just like my my first place to tackle. Those things he said and everything he did when he has not established himself as an artist is affecting him already. Davido,
Sorry, let me say something. You sound like you're already viewing his music from like a
Yeah,
minus
because he does it
negative
because
all
you think
right.
he
perspective.
offended
I started
Davido.
Like,
by saying that Benson has
yeah.
done stuff like this, but yet I don't like Benson as a person, but I am a Davido fan. When Benson's album dropped, I couldn't resist it. The music was good and he has established himself that I have to love him regardless of whatever he says. If he comes out and say that Davido is whack today, because I love Davido, will not make me not listen to that album that just dropped. That's an amazing work of art. But you are not established yet. You're coming to say shit and you're dropping an EP that is not even up to the standard. I can't even overlook what you said about my goat and start listening to your album because the album is not even worth it. It is trash. I'm 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 the same person that said no music is bad, but right now, listening to, listening to Fido's is not a bad artist, right? But your what you put out is what I'm going to judge you by. It's what you put out we're actually going to judge you by. We can't judge you based off your character or whatsoever. Even if he has he waited a little bit to establish his foot in the game, then started throwing jabs, then probably I would have ignored. You've not established yourself yet. You're throwing jabs, and then you go on to drop this kind of project that there's no buzz around it. Even if there's buzz around this thing, is nothing is going to take off. The only
Okay,
song that has a potential on that
Are you
EP is
forcing me?
Boko. That's the
okay.
only song that has
The thing is, I'm hearing all these things about the jobs, but I want to hear how you feel about the music. Gong
all
gong
right,
gong.
So
all
so
right.
This is
my
what
fizzy,
the
my
things
fizzy,
that you
here's
have
my
said.
question. This is what I wanted to ask. Out of 10, what will you give the EP?
Sentiments aside, anything he said to anybody aside, if I'm hearing Fido for the first time and this is the EP you're bringing to me, he's not going to blow with this 2/10, 2 over anything in the world. The music is bad, bad, bad. He's not a bad artist. We all know this. We have heard him freestyle on IG Live. We know he has a good vocal texture. He can work great things around it. Like Taj said, if he listens to a proper team of A and R's and all that, he will bring out better songs from his archive than what he dropped on that EP. Based off
Mm.
this EP, it's just a no-no. Minus anything he
So
said to
so two
anybody.
over ten.
Ze- Two is even like I'm trying to be fair enough for real. The songs are not nice. It just felt like Wandiko's legend or no legend. This guy
Please,
literally sang
this is
Joy
where I
is
would draw the
coming.
line. This is
Ah,
where I
He
would draw the
literally
line.
sang
This is where I
Joy is coming.
how
Then
did
you're coming
legend or
to
no legend get
it
into
just feels
this?
like he was just doing one particular thing on every song. It just feels like you think what you're doing is good and you just keep on doing it, but it doesn't make any sense. The only song that makes sense on that EP, the new song that makes sense on that EP is Boko. The other songs are trash except Joyce Coming and the remix. The other songs on that EP doesn't make any sense to me.
Thank you very much, my fizzy. I appreciate it. Phew, okay, we'll move on to the next person.
Let me just say, I think Money Moot is a jam. I think money moves is something that I just felt like should have more,
Mm,
like should be able to touch more people and more people will connect with that record. Just personality. That's a really, really good song. And that's why I say when that song drops, I feel like I can always trust him for
mm.
an hook that just holds you there. Now, for the project,
Can't
I've listened, but I've not. Yeah, I've
You
listened to
fear
the
me, or
project,
I
but I've
said,
not
I
heard
which
it.
kind of.
I said we've lost him. You
But
said
you
you've
listen to the
listened to the
project, and what
project,
happened?
but you know what?
I've not heard
Ah,
it,
I'm
so I can't
confused.
give it a take.
I'm
Cause,
confused.
cause,
I'm very
cause I
confused.
didn't
Wait,
go,
wait. Go
I didn't
back,
go
go back,
through.
go back.
I
Go
didn't.
back. That I
Okay.
have listened to the project, but I have not heard it. Please explain.
Yeah, I don't
The
know.
song was not
It's two
happy.
different things for me. So, that's not what it's about. I just feel like the records, like I want to see what he's trying to do. That's my thing. Because the thing Taj was saying about he's trying to sing for himself, and there's just this like he feels because I don't know, it's an assumption. It feels like self-serving, ego-feeding. This is what I want to do, but not just this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do in sense of I can do anything I need to go, and everybody's allowed to think that way. But it's just I can do. I don't know. There still has to be like some kind of structure. So I want to see what exact. I want to hear what exactly because I'm not heard all this content project. I want to know exactly what he's trying to do before I can actually process it. And that's just how I listen to projects because I want to see. I like a song because of it's this song. It's very isolated from a project because of this project is very isolated from me. So I can listen, but it's just like it's whatever. But then I plan on going back to it and then I'll actually hear what he's saying. Then I'll be like, okay, this is not for me, or it's for me. But even with what I heard, I think the guy that just spoke is being a bit too aggressive with him because I'm trying to explain to you that like he made a mistake and he said it did not like it did not even know it was a video. That was opinion because somebody was trolling him on his live, so he didn't know that that was what that was. And then he came back and said, "Hey, I did not know that that's the video." And I think I'll just give him benefit of that because the video is my own go to. So I don't feel that strongly about that piece. So I think that perception from of him from you already is there. And especially you said he had not been here for long and he's already disrespecting people. But even based on the controversial situation and his text that came out, to me, it doesn't come off necessarily as somebody that would just want to offend people or actually at least offend somebody like Davido personally. I think he also knows that he's new, right? So I can't speak on the rest, but he also is aware that he's new. He said that if he saw Davido that day, that he would frustrate that he would never disrespect him. But it seems you're not listening to
So,
that.
so, so,
So
what
yeah,
I'm hearing is that he has apologized, but the music is still not good. Got it.
yeah, I guess for
Got
now.
it.
But I think Money Moves is still a jam. Money Moves is still a jam. Like I don't like I'm not gonna ever think that song is not it at all. Like that's the second person I've been able to and this is not like because of this is not why I like the song, but that's the second person I've seen literally summon the spirit of Wandeko. Like like if you close your eyes, you might think this is Wandeko singing and it's singing well. And actually this is I don't know. Mao said it. One of the things that some people discourage when they go for is because when it feels too freestyle, when it feels too mumbly, like it's just like, okay, what are you doing? And then nobody's around to tell you, oh, okay, maybe you could arrange this better. So I think you might be struggling from that
And that
too.
was exactly what he was doing in the rest tracks of that album. That same thing. That was what he was doing. He was freestyling all through the album or the EP rather.
Got it. Got it. Got it.
People freestyle, but yeah.
Okay. Well, that's that on Fido. Another person that dropped something that was very mind blowing to me this weekend that had me in shock was it's bad that some people do not know. It was by the name of Me I Be the Bunch. Yes, that man. Thoughts on the song. My reaction was shock. What was everybody else's reaction?
Was it the video you were shocked about or the actual
I
record?
just the whole idea of it.
Um, and just like you said on the song, if they don't sample you, sample yourself.
Hmm.
The song pass.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, the song is actually good. Like again, personally, like it's not. I went there maybe off the memory of the last project. I was like, okay, I'm not here. Like this is not for me again. But it's just a vibe. Like it's not complicated. It's not something I'm overthinking. It's just a vibe. And once again, if they don't sample you, sample yourself.
So the band DJ Obi and DJ Maporisa.
Um, may I have my own opinion? I listened to the. I first of all heard the snippets. Then, like everybody else, I was appalled. Then I went into the track and I heard the track for itself. And I won't say it is necessarily a bad record because it's not a bad record. The problem is just the same thing that we see. The problem is the sample. That's what I feel. Because if you like the song is like a vibe, like just like a vibey Amapiano record. But the sample just felt like, oh, like let's just put it there. Like
You know what? I get what you mean because he was singing the Why Me and then they brought choirs to come and
yeah,
back him up and just kind of like
like
Choir.
I get
Sorry,
what you
sorry,
mean.
please. I
Yeah,
briefly I
Sorry,
yeah.
briefly
because as
left.
you
you
people
Are
need
we
know,
to.
talking about the band at this point?
Yes,
yes.
we're talking about
Yeah,
the
Ah,
band.
Sorry. As you
Is it
yeah.
people
We're
know,
talking about the
Maporisa?
Tobari
as
song.
you people know,
Right.
I don't listen to his music anymore. It's been a long time. So what do you mean? There's a choir singing "Why Me"?
So basically, see, here's the thing. That song, first of all, the production is proper. That's just Maforisa straight up.
the
I don't know what
production is
DJ
what?
did there, sha. It's proper,
Okay.
I've heard proper
right?
more
The
times
production
this
is
evening than I don't know.
I just
yeah, but is this you heard it from the same person, right? So anyway, sorry. The production is really good. Now, I get what they did with the sample. This is a case of I listened and I heard it. Right? I got exactly what I was trying to do. I was also kind of like, okay, maybe you could have left the background singers like the backup choir alone, but you also sang over them. And then I thought to myself, if somebody else did this, I might have liked it. That was before I finished playing the song. If and it's like am I not liking it because it's the band? And I took it back. I was like, okay, I see effort. It's not breaking. It's not nothing new. It is just a vibey record,
mm,
and that's it. Like it's not an headache either, right? It's not like it doesn't feel. I don't feel as bad about it as I felt about like a lot of the songs on the last project. You get it is a song and simple. Like it's not doing too much. It's not and new. It's not like I didn't feel like the band got one like that's not the feeling. The feeling is just oh this is a vibe. This is something you just play. I might not even play the song again, but I know that this is not a bad song generally.
got you, got you.
Mio. I just want to
I just
say,
wanted Dante to say
okay.
his own because truthfully, what me I want to say is that this is just it's becoming sad at this point. Like I promise you that even if Ashake did that song, I would feel the exact same way. It is 2 packs of hot doo doo ass. Like, is there another word that I can? It's actually that bad. I'm sorry, I cannot be convinced. Nostalgia tax is not gonna work, and he's been doing this since the last project. And I just, for the life of me, cannot understand why he can't just leave the things he's done, but for just leave them alone. This recreation that you want to do is not working. You tried it in the last project, it didn't work. You're doing it again and it's still not working. Free why me alone? Because what you're doing with your old now you're just ruining 2 sets of catalogs and it's beginning to genuinely grind my gears. Like I listened to the song and I the entire time I just wanted to say make it stop. But because I'm the person that I am, and my mom ain't raised no pussy, I need to start and finish a song So I can give an informed opinion, and my informed opinion is you should stop it. I'm tired. I'm tired of it. What is it? Like if
So,
you want to make new if you want to make new music, go for it, man. And if you want to do the whole like you want to reimagine some of your old work, go for it. But the way you're doing it is not working. It's not. Something is off. Like the why me just did not even feel like it fits in the track. Everything about it is just infuriating. And a legend like the band we should not be having this kind of questions or having this kind of conversations about a debauch in 2025. Do you get? Like at least with P Square, our own is we know that they are fighting and they've just decided they're not going to put out any music. But at least the ones that are classics, you are still holding on to them. This one is like he's making new music and he's ruining what already exists. Like, anyway, sorry.
sorry, you felt
Next.
passionately about that.
No, because
I'm
that was how
sorry.
many minutes of my life I will never get back.
You know you could have stopped. You didn't actually have to
No, to be
listen to
fair,
it.
truly, Nami really mess up, man. Nami mess up, to be honest. It's my fault.
Okay, gotcha, gotcha. Dr. Roman, welcome. You raised your hand. What's going
Yeah, I was waiting for this moment because I really want to sleep. But I think
on?
I think
Sorry.
we need an
I'm so
Afrobeat
sorry. This is the
house
moment you
pause.
were waiting for.
Yeah, we need a law enforcement agency in Afrobeats. Like when songs like these come out, they just need to seize the microphones in his house. It's really unfortunate because people sample songs to increase the value of the existing catalog. And I feel like now Why Me feels worse now that I've heard this. Like now, like the old catalog is being devalued as well as the new stuff not really making sense.
Like, imagine listening to a song and now you don't even want to listen to Why Me again because it's been
Yeah,
tainted by whatever just
I
happened.
don't,
Man,
it, I don't know how else to, I don't know how to say it because it feels like they just took it and just put it on this new track. The keys are slightly different. Why Me is in the major mode. This is minor. It's just, it doesn't fit at all. He just needs to stop, quite frankly. There's other ways to rework to boost the value of old catalog. Sometimes you can just sell it to publishing companies who can then hand it to producers to actually do the work. I don't understand why he's doing this because he doesn't need to at this stage of his career.
like if he
It's,
wanted to
it's,
go and rework his stuff, he can do what ID Kabasa is doing. Get ID Kabasa on it. Clearly, ID Kabasa knows what he's doing when he's trying to reimagine stuff that's been put out already. Well, please,
it's
this
just
thinking about
wild.
this is beginning to infuriate me more as I speak.
It's just wild to be honest because for someone like the band, your business partner at the time was Don Jazzy, who is arguably Nigeria's best producer since 1999. Did Don Jazzy approve of this? Like, I don't. Because if I made Why Me, if I produced the original song, and then someone said, "Oh, that song we made together 15 years ago, and refixing it," and they played me this, I'll just be like, "No, it's not coming out." So I don't know what needs to change for him. I think he just needs to stop. To be honest, he's a legend, and his legacy, as far as pop music is concerned, is not questionable. So he really doesn't need this, at least not right now.
Sorry, that was emotional.
Yeah,
I
because I'm
don't.
hurt. I really I really like a lot of the older band stuff. And it's like I'm hearing not just him, I feel like the old big three, like the band, Two Face, even P Square. Every time I see those guys, I'm like, you guys are history. Why are you doing this right now?
No, 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 no. Remove Two Face from that list, please. Two Face is still like what was that song that he released this year?
No,
Was it this
the
single
music
lamp?
from him is still good. I'm not
Yeah,
saying
like the one
everything
thing that
else he does.
you can yeah, remove the what's it called, shenanigans. Me, I don't speak on his shenanigans. But the
Fair
record that he
enough.
released this year, the song that even is
No,
on
no,
the
I'm
To
with
Kill
that.
a Monkey soundtrack, like Two Face musically, it has not left him, it's still in his
Yeah,
body.
undefeated, but this guy, I don't know. I wouldn't be the one to say because again, he's legendary, but it just needs to stop. Genuinely, it just needs to stop.
Okay, well, that's something. Um, Shout out to
But
the
I want to ask a
bands.
question. I want to ask a
Hmm.
question. Like, pop wise, do we think that there's somebody out there, probably like a London or a P Prime, that can work with the band and bring out like a better record? Like, do you think that it is possible, or do you think it's a lost cause?
Lost cause is a strong word.
Pepe,
I don't think it's a lost cause.
Yeah, like I don't know that I would ever be the kind to be like somebody's a lost cause, like especially if he's had such a legendary run like he had. It might just really just take the right producer to tap into maybe a part of his artistry he hasn't, tapped into for a while or has been dormant for a while. So I don't
Yeah,
want to say it's a lost cause.
I don't think it's a loss because I think what the issue is that we're in this kind of weird situation where you guys like there's this obsession with different things, and that's why I brought it up in the situation with Fido, the discussion we were having earlier, where I mentioned is it more about what he has said and what he has done, and less about his actual music. And I feel the same way with the band. Like the band is problematic, yes, but there's also the part where everybody's talking about Banch is a legend. And I think there's this idea that people think their legends cannot be problematic. And or if you say somebody's problematic, then you are discrediting their being a legend. I think as an artist, the band had a fabulous legendary run. But I also think as an artist right now, in the past how many years, every song that he has come back to give us has not done anything in any way, right? And so that's why I would when I talk about him, if you remove all his problematic ways and all the like legendary status, like based off just being an artist in today's age and day and age, it's just not working for him. And I think that's where maybe a new producer can help. But I think he falls into a pit that he has kind of dug for himself because he's doing the same thing the audience is doing, where the audience is pulling onto his legendary status. He's also doing that. So he finds himself not doing anything new, but trying to replicate what he has done before. And therein right lies the problem. So that's how I personally feel about him and his music.
can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Because it's more evident to me that the people who don't really like the things he's doing right now. I'm not saying I do all the way. Are very much attached to the music from the past. So right. So what, hypothetically speaking, what would people want to see? Because the thing is, it's one thing for somebody to lock in with a new producer. It's another thing for them to be willing to learn to or try to do something different. Because the producer is not just like the beast that draws something new from you. It's also guidance. It's also maybe
I think it's
knowing
a lot of
what you want
things.
to
I
do.
think it's a lot of things. You can change the producer, sure. Maybe they give you younger beats, but you're still replicating older methods on younger beats or newer beats or whatever. So
Exactly.
that doesn't really change anything. And that is what I meant in the last part where I said it's not just the audience that is holding on to nostalgia. It's the
It's
it's
also
also
in
the
right.
artist that is holding on to the nostalgia. And there's the bit of it where if the band came out today and gave you people Ozeba, y'all wouldn't take it the same way you took Rema's Ozeba. You won't take it the same way you took Kelebu if the band was the one that made
Are you
Kelebu.
sure
Like
about that? If you tap, you
I'm
tap
very
now.
sure. I promise you. Do you
Are
know
you
what
sure
people
about
do
that?
you know do you know what people will say? People will come and say, oh wow, he's copying Rema. Or they will come and say, oh wow, he's trying to be hip.
Oh, Like
Oh,
I
Oh,
thought
you.
I thought you meant
I
without
thought you meant like
Ozeba
he
and Label
released your
existing.
Zebaf, like not like after Rema has done it, but tried
Not
to
after,
No,
yeah.
no, no. Well, it can be one of two, right? Like maybe Rema did it and he
like
did it,
obviously you can have that
or
conversation
maybe
if
Rema
Rema
never,
has already dropped it
maybe Rema
first.
never did it. Maybe Rema never did
Yeah,
it.
like
Maybe
if
he
in a
just did.
situation where Rema never did it and he dropped it,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. If he tap, he tap.
Okay. Yeah. So I don't know. It's weird. It's very weird to me. I find it interesting, but it is the situation where we find ourselves, and I hope the best for him in his music endeavors. But I am now going to stay away from listening to the rest of the song. Unlike Pepe, I don't have to listen. If I don't like something, I'm not finishing it. Sorry. Um,
No, like a
but
lot of this is just making me learn that maybe I need to hate myself less because this has to be a
but
lesson in self-hatred.
I will save myself the problem and I will not finish it because y'all ain't gonna ruin why me for me. Not a song that I don't even listen to anymore. Like, yeah, no, I'm good. That's fine. Speaking of samples, one of my favorite artists of all time, Chin, he dropped the song Subliminals. I think Chin is one of the hardest rappers to come out of Nigeria. Did anybody get a chance to listen to Subliminals yet? Yes, no, maybe. Yeah, no. Okay, so it's just me. Perfect. If you guys ever get a chance, go listen to Subliminals. I've loved Chin's like rapping for a long time. So, and he has a sample at the beginning of the song too. And he doesn't ruin the sample. So that's also a song to go check out. Yes, Dr. Roman.
Sorry, I just want to say I'll speak on what I think was Lost Boy who asked the question about what the band could possibly do. I
Mm-hmm.
think a good example of an artist who's matured and matured really well is Timaya. I feel like as he's aged, not that the quality of the music has gotten better because it's always been great, but he's gotten more mature. And
Perfect
the,
example.
the decisions he's making in terms of the type of music he's making, who he's collaborating with, things like that. So there is a way the band can mature as an artist where he doesn't need to be making what he made in 2005 or 6, but it could still be appealing, still have mainstream appeal, and not demystify the OG stuff. I think that's also very important. And I do think it's less about the producers that he's working with, because at the end of the day, there's still the infrastructure around the artist, or at least there should be. So I don't know who's in the team or if it's just him, etc., etc. But who's also saying, "Oh, let's put this song out and not this one." So yeah, there are things he can do. Really, he just needs to make better decisions regarding the type of music he's putting out. And I think within that needs to be some sort of concession that, okay, cool, I'm not going to be the number one artist in the country. My demographic that was 18 to 25 when I came out is probably in their 30s now. What sort of music would they want to listen to? What sort of music would they want to party to and things like that? So there are there are ways he can do it, and there's a way to even sample in a way that's respectful to the original composition. Um, Take things like One Day's Bop on Fireboy's album, or even Jazzy Song on a Stars album. There's a way you can sample a song where you're taking care of the original sample, still reworking
Do you
it.
mind if I interrupt you?
Sorry?
Do you mind if I interrupt?
Yeah, go
Do you
on.
mind if
Yeah,
I
of
interrupt you
course.
for a second? So like I was kind of expecting someone to. I thought nobody would. I was expecting somebody to bring up the point of him being sampled by the younger guys. I know that's not your point, right? You're saying there's a way to do it that is you feel is right, but there's that perception of it was other people that sampled other people's records. In this case, he is basically not calling it like I'm reimagining the song. He's literally saying I'm sampling myself. So In those cases you just mentioned, those are like, oh, I'm paying homage to my influences. I'm paying homage to Afrobeat history. And I don't know yet. Maybe there is one out there. I don't know of a record that I'm looking at that, oh, somebody sampled the band. That hasn't happened. So I feel like as long as he's sampling himself, most people will still have this perception of you want to live in your glory days.
Okay, I just want to say that it is also weird. Now you mention it, it's also weird to find out that like nobody has sampled the band because like it, it
Bro, it said if they don't sample, you
no
sample
no no
yourself.
no.
On one side, it's kind of like a joke. No. I'm saying on one side, it's kind of like a joke. On the other side, it's kind of like, yeah, they haven't sampled. And it's like, do you care about that? Do you care if people pick up your older stuff and make something from it? Do you feel somehow that it seems nobody has gone there to try and do that? Because even Two Face has been sampled, interpolated over and over by different people. Even Pisco has, okay, I mean, wrong, but I think Pisco has been sampled, but yeah.
Who's
Yeah, I
the
mean,
sample then?
Dako is right there. She has sampled all of them. She has not sampled too much. So
Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah, that quote is
Maybe
still there.
you,
So
maybe
majority
you,
of them
maybe
have been,
you, maybe. What if it's somebody that's not saying yes? Maybe.
yeah, but if it's that case, it wouldn't come out and say, while I think he said it in like an humorous like context,
Oh,
it wouldn't come out and
okay,
say if they don't sample you, sample yourself. I feel I just read a lot of meaning into what is the song in
okay.
itself. You get and
But
okay, yeah.
but okay. Uh I feel it is weird. No, like when I mean I feel it is weird. I feel like it is telling to find out that in like from that generation, like from that age and time, like one day, quote unquote, like became like the templates. Do you understand? Because I feel like it is telling like to how like musically like Afrobeats kind of develop. Because another problem with the band new releases is he keeps there's this flow that the band like has that used to be so well I said I used to be so sweet, quote unquote, in the old days, like this cocolettes, omelette, like those is slangs. Those is like his correctors is like the way he used to like deliver like, and I feel like nobody carried that forward. Like we are just talking about how Fido is literally like one that goes like um, offspring, but nobody really carried like the band's quote unquote delivery style. Like forget the sampling part, like even the musicality.
Okay, but like okay, I'll tell you somebody that comes close
Yeah,
because kind of like the way I perceive the band's music. It's kind of like he's performing in the song. People say entertainer. He is literally entertaining. Like there were stories that were being told in the record, but I'm not like very emotionally attached to his record. I've never been, and that's just personal experience, right? So for me, it's not people who were kind of attached to an extent. Like you're ruining the nostalgia for us at this point. Is a POV that I can understand, but like I empathetically I can't feel it. You get so I just feel like this guy is still being the entertainer. Like that's his thing. It's almost like he's on stage and he's doing and saying things on stage. That's how his songs sound to me. So this doesn't feel very distant from that
yeah.
perception. And the person I think is closest to that, and it's not like flows or anything, just the way I hear the music is smarter. That's what I think.
Okay. I don't see it, but okay. Sure. Um,
Fair
I
enough.
but that
Um,
But that is a lot,
I was,
sha. That's all
I
I can
was,
say.
I was really looking forward to whose name you were going to say. And when I hear you say Smada, I don't know that that's who I was thinking about at all. But okay.
Smarter aware of this.
Who were you thinking about?
Mm.
Who were
I
you thinking
wasn't thinking
about?
about anybody actually. I was just curious who you were going to say, and I
But
did not imagine
Yeah,
Smada.
did you see the tweet that Odumud said there and the quotes that people were quoting? That's just all I have to say.
What did Odumodu say?
I saw it,
Odumud
but
said
but
that
but then
once all his guys make it out for music, like he would quit.
Mm,
And people said he's going to be here for a long time. So
mm.
that's all.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to the bunch. Good luck to him in all his endeavors. Hopefully, with wanting to jump back into music, um, I think that's the thing is that like you never really know when like the song you are making is your last hit song. I don't know if that makes sense, right? Like you go about like making
yeah,
you're
it
making
does.
music the entire time and you you don't realize like when did what song was it that the band made that he was like I don't think there was a point where he made a song and he realized like that was the last song that everybody was gonna be jamming, like say the way they are jamming and Ashake,
I
right?
think that was emergency. I think that was
Mm,
emergency.
I was
yeah.
gonna say,
And
I
so
was
it's
gonna,
like,
but
and
no,
so
but
like,
she's saying he didn't feel
and so
like
it's
that. She's saying he didn't feel
yeah,
like
and so
that.
it's like when you are not purposely making what quote unquote is your last song, you keep trying to catch that high, so you can get a high to the point where you can make a song intentionally and then intentionally say this is my last song. And so I think that's what the difference is. And good luck to him and all the parties involved. Um, obviously, the song didn't hit like that. We're gonna move on.
Can I
Iomaf,
just say one thing, if that's okay? I'm really sorry.
yes, go ahead.
Um, when I think of like the band in this era or like this late into his career, the one good memory I have is a song like 5, 6 years ago. I think it's Larry Gaga, Two Face, Burna Boy, and the band. The band closes that song and he doesn't say a word. He just plays his harmonica at the end of the song. And that's one moment from this end of the band's career, I think, has been a standout for me personally and could be something he could build on moving forward.
Oh, on some Android 3000p, make like an harmonica album.
He should do something different, essentially. Yeah, yeah. We don't need like
Yeah,
instrumentals from
I
him,
agree with
but
that.
like something different. He doesn't have to replicate the
It
same
might
old
slap.
thing.
You
Yeah.
don't know. It might slap.
Um, IMF. Who listened to IMF?
Which Ayomaf again? Did Ayomaf drop anything new?
Yeah, Ti Blaze and I am out.
Oh,
Yeah, brother. It's a street jam. Like it's a jam. It's still in that emotional um bag of like the Afro Adura guys. It just counts for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't listen to the song because I didn't know it dropped, but I watched the live performance on DPR. God forgive all of us. But yeah, the live performance was nice. Live performance was... Please, lawyers in the house, is that illegal? I really want to know. I really, really want to know.
Not after you've exposed yourself, you're coming to ask if it's
No,
that's what.
like the see, you know the little like transitions that they make when they are moving to like the next song and there's like a graphics with like people in the background, like with like drawings in the background and everything. Like they use that to transition to like a next track. They also copy that part. So like it's crazy. It's really crazy. It's really, really crazy. I don't even understand. I can't even begin to describe it.
That's gonna make me laugh. Um, okay, I am off. Street Jam. I think not everybody listened. I was gonna say another song that dropped, Tiwa and Skepta. Did you guys hear that one on the low?
It sounded like energy.
Mm, I can see that.
Yeah, it sounds like bad energy. Like it sounds like early, like that energy period, like type of Afrobeats, like when Closer was dropping. That sound like I don't
Yeah.
like. It's not really a bad song, but like I feel like um um they leaned too much into that vibe. Like
Okay.
I feel like I feel like they should have upped the tempo a bit, a bit, a bit, a bit.
Gotcha, 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 gotcha. Um, I think that's mostly it on new music, honestly. I was gonna ask, a couple snippets have been dropping, a couple upcoming things. I just saw that Dark Rose on a song that's coming out soon. Um, then we have with Tony, we have who else was Fola. Like, what are some of the things that are standing out to you guys as far as like looking
Vic,
forward to?
Victoni,
Tony for sure, for sure.
Victoni, yeah, that uncle T, bro. I don't know. This guy keeps doing this thing to me because now I'm gonna overplay this snippet and I'll giving it hundreds of streams or listen before the actual record comes. And I'll just be okay. Feels like I've lived the life with the record already, and then we just do this back and forth because the same thing happened with Glory. I was like, okay, give me over a minute. Okay, I'm gonna take that and I'll start listening. I avoid snippets, but it's just very hard to avoid the snippet when I feel like that.
Yeah, I'm mostly excited for Victoni. Honestly, Victoni can do no wrong in my eyes. I am still mad at you guys for how y'all treated Stubborn. Stubborn was meant to be that thing. So Tanko should be out soon. I'm excited for that for sure, for sure. Anybody else? Anybody have anything they're looking forward to? Any drops?
Oh yeah, the new for that record. I like the I love the snippets. I don't think it's one of his best snippets ever. Like I feel like his best snippet ever was the Lost. Like that snippet was was so good. But I like that this one is kind of feels like a new vibe. Like it feels like a new vibe. So like I'm really like excited to hear the record. Yeah.
Should be fun. Should be fun. I'm excited to see his album drop. Um, Once the album comes out, I'll see what we're working with. But I would say that's what I'm excited to see is what we get out of the album. Should be fun. Okay. Besides that, oh, I saw the video that Olamide did with Korty. That was cute. Um,
Oh yeah, that's amazing.
that video was cracking me up because I was like, this is just as bad as it's just as bad as granola and she. It's just like, because Olamide was saying like,
What I've been seeing that on the TL, but I don't know. I don't know what that. I don't know what. I don't get the
yeah,
joke.
okay. So in an interview a few, like maybe a week or two ago, an interview that dropped, someone was interviewing Shally Poppy and was asking him what he likes to eat before a show, and he said he likes granola and shit. Essentially, is what he was saying. Like he likes eating
Oh,
granola,
okay. Yeah, I do. I get it
yeah, and
now.
all of that. And
I didn't
so
watch the video. I saw the
in
page.
the Korty interview with Olamide, she was asking Olamide like, what does he like eating? What's his favorite things and stuff? And Olamide said he really likes vegetables, and he
Yeah,
and he
broccoli.
can kill for broccoli. And he said he eats like salmon and a bunch of other things. He was just, and so she was asking, she was saying, "You don't eat amala," and he said, he said that shit makes me bloated, and it was just funny to hear because of all the people that I would hear saying that. I wasn't expecting Olamide to say that. But he was talking a lot about a bunch of other things in the video. He was talking about like not wanting to be boxed in as an artist. And I think that's an example, honestly, of somebody that I believe is doing the whole, like, the whole thing we were talking about with the band earlier is growing with the times, essentially. So I'm excited for what all we are able to get out of um, what all we're able to get out of Olamide. I mean, in coming years.
Um,
I have an issue. Like my issue is rappers tend to do that thing, and it's I feel it's like weird. Like they'll be like, oh, I'm not trying to be box. I'm an artist. I'm not a rapper. Like I feel like you can just say, oh, like I'm an artist, but like I feel like sometimes they tend to, and this is not just like an Olamide thing, like it's something that happens like abroad also. Like rappers will come out and say that, oh, they are like an artist because they are no longer like releasing majority like rap songs. But I feel like sometimes it kind of downplays their rap heritage. Yeah, like oh, like when they were doing rap songs, they weren't really doing like, or they weren't really doing something musically.
doing what they
Yeah,
wanted.
or no, not doing what they wanted, like being like great, like musically. Like, do you understand?
Wait, how do you get that though?
No, no, like see, so how I get that is like this. They say, oh, like oh, they don't want to be boxing, that they want to um like the way they say it is like, oh, I want to like explore, I want to do create I wanted to do different things like creatively and all that kind of stuff. And it is all
Yeah.
just their songs that they were not rapping. Do you understand? But like what I'm saying is like, how do they feel, like do they not feel that what they were doing like when they were rapping, like did they not feel like that was like also like they could do like creative things with rap, like not being sidelined? I don't know if you get what I mean. Because
So
like
so I don't think that's very strong. I don't think that's very strong.
because
I think it's
hold
just
on no
the innate desire to
hold on
create.
no hold on because this Dante, I want to give you context also to this thing. There is TL context. There is TL context that the reason why
Alright.
Olamide made that statement was because Davido called him a rapper, one rapper from Nigeria, in an interview like a few months ago. And like that's why like he
See,
made this context like, oh, like he's not just a rapper, like he's like that why I said like there's a context to this particular
okay,
situation.
I get you, but I think that context is an agenda because I don't think that's what I was replying to at all. I actually think with even what he said in the documentary style thing with Korty, that some people are having issue, but it seems maybe they're not that familiar with Korty style. And also, as much as I didn't watch the Shut Puppy video, I scrolled past it, and it's those street style videos whereby basically somebody walk up to you and ask you what's your name and start asking questions. But that's by the way. Um, I think he's talking about this new album, and he's talking about I don't like I don't want people to limit me to rap music, like to just is a rapper. I think it's just that straightforward. And for me, it's very easy for me to understand. He even said like about this recent album that like he feel it's music is if okay. So while I understand something, he feel this album that I just made it for like music enthusiasts or like people who explore in a sense. That's just how I'm seeing it, like the perspective because I like this album. This is like the album that this, if I'm going to point around the album from now on, that's the album I'm pointing to. This self-titled album, right? And there are different things. And it's like, okay, if I want to explore things, I don't want people to be like, oh, I don't, you shouldn't do that. You're this. It's as simple as people, he doesn't want people to tell him or define him for himself. I think
Yeah,
that's what it's about.
I would say a
So,
perfect example is when 99 came out and all the discussions that followed that, right? So
exactly, very much. I was
we
going
had a
there.
lot of conversations around that, and I think it's fair that he wants to be somebody that's able to make what he wants right now, right? And it's not taking away or saying he did the stuff he was making before he didn't want to make it. He's just saying right now this is what I want to do, and I want you guys to be okay with that. And I think that's fair. I don't think that's a strange ask. I don't think it's something to over.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't think that's anything crazy. Um, any other thing besides that? Um, any other thoughts? Anybody have anything else that jumped out to them this week or this past New Music Friday, or anything that they're looking forward to?
Can I just say, and people can talk about this. This might be a good segue to talk about people had takes about why is it Rema that can explore. And while you can make some kind of arguments for Olamide, some people feel that other artists do not have freedom. And Olamide said in that video that he doesn't know why anybody would allow anybody to prevent them from doing the thing they actually want to do musically. Because I think time and time again, people who is signed, they come out like after their first time, they're like, yeah, the man let us do what we want and gives us guidance. And we'll just be there watching and letting you do what you
I
want to
have
do.
a question. Is it that people don't want other people besides Rema to explore, or we don't like the way they go about the exploring?
Oh no, I don't think they don't want. I think people think other people don't explore like Rema, and it's not a question of why don't other people explore. They think other people don't explore mostly. That's
I
the
think
thing.
other people explore. I think everybody goes through some sort of exploration phase. I think the problem is that they're not good at it. That is actually the problem. It's not that people don't want you to explore, it's that they're actually just not good at it.
I feel like it's the kind of sounds that Rema explores with that makes it too, because he's exploring with a contrasting sound from what he does normally, very very far from what he does. Every other person explores, but it still feels like a close. It, it still feels close to what they were doing before. But imagine dropping Soundgasm and dropping Kelebu. They are of two different worlds, so it's very very observable and noticeable that okay, this person is doing something totally different.
I
So I
think
think
I
that's why
think
theirs is not noticeable.
I think that's only part of it. I think it is one thing to say people should explore, but they should explore like very loudly or very do something drastically different. I don't think
No,
exploration should be that
no. I mean,
drastically different.
that's what they like a common fan. That's what they expect.
As an
That's when they
exploration,
would be able to
Um,
pinpoint
that
that
yeah.
you've
So they're not
explored.
paying attention
A
to the
general
details. I will say, sorry, I would
a
say
general listener doesn't know these things, so they just feel like you have to do something totally
very
different.
different.
They are not paying attention to details.
Yeah, I don't think it has to be that different. Like, even if that's what the audience thinks, I don't think it is that people are not exploring. I think it is they're just not doing it well, and that's fine too. Like, I don't think your exploring has to be a big statement. I don't even think you have to make it obvious to the listeners that you are exploring. You are the artist, you are the one that wants to make something, you are the one that is giving us what you are making. You are creating, so go about your creative process, right? And if that makes you do things that you've never done before, try things that you've never tried before, that is fine. I think the issue is that a lot of the time they're not good at it. And the few and what ends up happening is that even when they're not good at it, a lot of artists do this thing where they try to then force it down your throat, basically. So it's like you're already not good at something, you're already not doing it well, but then you are trying to oversell it and you're wondering why people are not buying it. And then sometimes they don't know how to reconcile that. So they take one of two approaches. Either they double down and keep making things like that, and then everybody's just like, what's this one doing? Bye. Or they are like, oh, this is why I liked what I was doing, and they start playing, they go back to playing it safe as again. And I think there's nothing wrong with exploring, but there's also nothing wrong with exploring and realizing, oh my, this thing did not work, let me go and try something else. And I think that's fair too. And I think it is okay for things to not work. Not everything has to actually blow. Like that is fine.
I
Not
agree with that.
everything has to.
I think artists should be allowed to
Yes, I
fail
think artists should be allowed to fail. But the
of some
problem is
sort.
that the Afrobeats audience doesn't allow artists to fail. But even more so, the Afrobeats artists themselves don't allow themselves to fail. So it's a cycle. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? None of you are doing well because none of is like, it's almost like a, oh, everybody's scared. Like you can make something that's like, so like today we were talking about Fido, right? So like if everybody's on this thing where everybody's saying, okay, Fido's project was really bad, that's fine. He can take that, go back, make something, and drop something that's beautiful the next time, and that's okay too, right? But what will happen is that people will still keep coming back to the thing they said was bad. And I think that is a better explanation for what it is. It is not like in your example, in your problem statement where you said, it is not that people are allowing Rema to explore, but people don't want Olamide to explore. That's not really what it is. What it is that people are comfortable with what they like. They know what they like, right? And so it is not that they
Yeah,
don't want,
they're familiar.
yes, it is not that they don't want Olamide to explore. It is that Olamide has to explore in a way that they cannot reject what he's giving them, right? And they are comfortable with what they like. And if it doesn't work out, that's also fine too. So I don't think it is that people don't want that. It is that people are comfortable. We had a conversation about the bunch earlier. Same thing. But that I would say is where it stands. But Karen, welcome. You wanted to say something.
Yeah,
I actually
please
wanted to
carry on.
land the point, but
Okay, okay, let's finish your point.
yeah, so sorry, man. I was gonna say I don't know if I think it was speaking in general, but 99 worked, and also somebody who explored and doubled down on his exploration was Whiskey. I know what the reception was to me because the first week, and then the success now validated his approach. Then Mall of Restigo came and it was the same thing, and then Moya was gonna come, then he had your Cafe Run and whatnot, but by the time you get to the album, it's still Afro R&B. So I think if either people's exploration, the Rema example is almost like everything's polarizing, right? And material to be polarizing doesn't have to be chaotic to be unpolarizing. But the thing is, if people are more like, do I like it for what it is? I think it'll be easier to gauge what you like and don't like, rather than if it's like, oh, it is not what I want it to be. Because that's the thing about 99 was that they wished all the Bedu artists that were on it made a Lamba record. And these people are like, oh no, we are doing this thing. And then when it did do what it was meant to, people are like, okay, yeah, it's not like it's a bad song. And just that initial, like, not so positive reception is just was always like weird to me. Although I get it, I completely understand it.
Gotcha, gotcha. Gavin, go ahead.
Yeah, good evening. Yeah, Halima also.
Welcome, welcome. How are
Yeah,
you?
good. So about the people trying to explore music, people when I heard the first
It was a different reception too, and everybody tend to like enjoy the album of our time. I'm not saying I can't categorically say everybody. Let me just say some people still went back from it because some people said the album was trash. So maybe when it was getting traction, sometimes people might likely enjoy something later, not immediately they get to like listen to it. Like whiskey, as you said, the example Dante illustrated is even started from some of the other side. The change started because if you could listen closely those days when he had opportunity of doing the song "Come Closer," you could see that he was moving differently. And down to the EP and the Sound Man Volume One, you could see how Whiskey moved. People complain. Some people say they don't like the. So sometimes what sells is what the artist will push. Sometimes no, it doesn't matter the opinion of our people. What brings these things to the table? What open these doors, these milestones? Sometimes ginger these artists to move differently. So we can't sometimes blame artists. Sometimes it might look stupid to so many fan base or some people, but they have the reasons. 999 like EP that Olamide did the other time. And some songs that I resonate with so much more than even the previous album. Sometimes music is subjective, as we say, but it's bad to try. It's good to try, sorry, rather, than not trying at all to see whether it will work or not. At least when you try, you know whether it will work. So this whole thing is open to everybody, even apart from music itself, life in general. So it's just for me as an artist also exploring, trying new sounds, trying to see whether this will work. And but you know your niche, you know what your core is, your core values are, your power points, your strong swords and your keys. So to me, I just feel it's open. Fans sometimes it's not their fault that they want to back their style, their favorite artist. It's not their fault that they want to also put them on the forefront. But regardless of that, everybody is open to try new things. Yeah, that's what I
Thank
want to
you.
say on that. Thanks.
Thank you, Darren. Last boy. That's on your mind.
Okay. I want to say that like it's just like you have a restaurant, right? And the restaurant is known for jollof spaghetti. Everybody goes to that restaurant for jollof spaghetti. If one day that restaurant wakes up and says that they want to be selling granola and milk, and that's their main staple food, will you people not complain? Obviously.
But that's
Wait,
kind of
hold on,
different though,
hold on,
because in this
hold
case,
on.
they will still be
No,
selling
hold on.
jollof.
That's what I'm trying to say. Hold on, let me land. Now. I've said, like I said, you will complain, and you will complain because the main audience, or the main reason why people like your audience is to the jollof spaghetti. Now, the problem I have with some artists like exploration is you cannot just give people that are eating jollof spaghetti granola and milk just immediately. Like you have to find the people that generally like granola and milk and say, "Oh, we are going to give you granola and milk so you can join us," right? Then the people that are eating jollof spaghetti will say, "Okay, let me also try the granola and milk and see if it is also good." Because on a normal day, they are not going to eat it. And that is the reason why, quote unquote, people always talk about Made in Lagos succeeded. Made in Lagos succeeded in the market that generally is receptive to Made in Lagos. I don't know if you get what I mean. If the music did not cross the borders of Nigeria, nobody is going to come back and say, "Oh, Made in Lagos is the top 10 best album." Nobody is going to come back and say it. It is because the people that were that were like receptive to the music, adapted the music. Then other people now said, "Oh, okay, let us also see what you people are, what you people like about the music," and people change their mind. Once quote unquote, once you are experimenting, or as an artist, to me, oh, as an artist, if you are exploring, you are trying different sound. If you're trying something, always be thinking like after this new sound that I've done, like who are the people that are generally like receptive to this new sound? That should be where you're pushing your sound to. If you push it to your original fan base that is generally made like its core for this part for a totally different sound, I won't lie to you, they would reject it. Now, the reason why Rema quote unquote can do what he does, quote unquote, is because his fan base is generally consisted of young people between the ages of 15 to 30, I would assume. Now, this young demographic have diverse listening experiences. Now, when I mean diverse listening experiences, I don't mean like older people do not have diverse listening experiences. I mean they have diverse listening experiences too. Oh, they like trap music. Other generations are not going to listen to trap. They say what is mumble rap. Do you understand? They like so they his fan base, quote unquote, or from the beginning of Rema, you will see some people that they like Rema's trap records. Some people they came to Rema as Rema's Bedu records. So from the beginning, Rema has attracted two different people with two different like with different listening or different listening preferences. The trap Rema fans and the people that love Rema for his Rema Bedu and his everything. So like already he has quote unquote like a diverse listening audience, is what I'm saying.
So he can afford to make diverse music. I got it. I
Yes,
got
so
it.
he can, yes. So
Okay.
now for people that do not
They
generally
have to
from the beginning, yes,
have that. They have to reach out to that.
you have to bring new people to your fold. New people to your fold. If now Olamide is one of the artists that has explored a whole lot. Olamide has explored a whole lot from UI Scotty to Carpe Diem to this new one. Olamide. Olamide has explored a whole lot. And I will say for I don't know his explorations, if you check his past albums, I don't think people like really go back to his explorations. The quote unquote the songs that have like ended up like being big or being successful, like people are measuring 99. And the reason why quote unquote 99 is a success is because of the people he has on the record, which is like Shave Vibes, Shake, Young John. If it was an Olamide and Daikon, leave both of them together, I don't think all of us will be calling 99 a success.
I think that's
Wait,
quite the
no, but like
hypothetical.
it's a reach, but like the reason why I'm saying this is like
Is
the
it?
reason I'm saying this is like if you go back to his past albums, the songs that ended up like being successful were the general songs that he would generally do on a normal day, like Ginger, like Infinity, like
That's why.
if you go to those
Can I?
albums, there are experimentations inside the albums.
So
Like
can
he explored.
can I say my issue with this statement? It goes back to what I was saying earlier. Your experiment does not have to be success. The goal should not just be success. The goal is not always success. And I think that's
That's
the
the point.
problem, right? Is that like you are doing exactly what I was speaking to earlier, which is that both the audience and artists are feeding into this narrative about what the result of exploration should be, right? It's great if you explore with a sound and you gain success from it, or it blows up, or whatever it is, but it is not the sole goal. And I don't know if that makes sense. The measurement for if
It
exploration
makes
should
sense.
be good should not be it was more successful. If you have an established crowd, which you have set, right? You have set the president, you have an established audience, your audience likes listening to this. You are essentially trying to feed them new music. You are trying to feed other people new music as well. You're trying to get both a new audience but also still satisfy your old audience. If what they like is the jollof rice or the jollof spaghetti, and you're serving granola to on the side, so not everybody will buy it. That does not mean the granola was not successful. It just means that your experiment worked. And I think that's what I'm saying, is that it worked, but it will never give you what your main audience is. Like, you have your primary audience, you have your secondary audience. And I think that is where the audience, the listeners, do a disservice to the artist. And this is where the artist also does a disservice to themselves. So when you look at UI Scripty, right, there are songs that are on there that I'm never going back to listen to, right? But it doesn't mean he shouldn't experiment. There are different reasons why I might not go back to the songs. Either it wasn't a good experiment, it was an experiment that worked, but it wasn't for me. But it was what he wanted to do and he did it. So I'm saying that it is not that, like you've said, Rema has a wider range of an audience, right? A wider range of an audience that is more exposed to a lot of the newer sounds that he's going for, right? So if Rema started when P Square was on, and that was the crowd he was now trying to do all this stuff for, it might not work because his primary audience will not be the people of today, right? And I think that's what you need to understand, is that like the issue is not who is experimenting. The issue is how are they experimenting. And I don't think it is the goal of an experiment is that it was successful or it blew up. The song does not have to blow up actually. I don't know if that makes sense.
Um, yeah, I totally get your point, but like like an issue I have with the experimentation and something like, are you like as an artist, like are you experimenting, like what you said, like how are you measuring success? Because take for an
Yeah, but
example.
like,
Wait, hold on. Sorry,
wait,
hold on.
boss boy.
Take for an example.
Okay.
Teni, when she did the Jersey Beats record, that was a superb record. A superb record. I love that record. I will still go back and listen to that record. But the next, like I say, like the next, like she just did that and she moved on, like as if like nothing ever happened. Like
I
And
mean,
that's
is there
fine.
anything wrong with that?
You
Maybe
need
she
to switch
wanted
your
to
sound
try. She tried.
completely
She
because
moved
you
on.
explored it now.
like that. Like, I'm
Like,
trying
did you
to see
want like a
what's
whole
wrong with
project?
that. It doesn't mean that
Rinse
like
and repeat.
Yeah.
an
no, no,
exploration
Rinse
does
and
not
repeat.
have to come with a change in direction. An exploration should come with an idea that you want to fulfill, and you fulfill that, right?
okay.
So if that exploration comes in one song, or if that exploration comes in 10 songs,
I
it
won't
is a
lie to you.
fulfillment of
I
an
won't lie to
idea.
you. I have a problem, and this is my problem. Like I feel like when things are like hap like or like not really things, but like when stories are like not complete, like I have to get to the ending. So like so it's to me.
What story is not
So that's
complete?
what I'm trying to tell you. to me, the exploration feels like an uncompleted story. I don't know if you get what I mean. Like
I, I,
But that would be,
it feels like
I get
but that's
that.
like a very personal thing.
yeah,
That's
no, no,
that's
no,
more
no.
personal
So
than
that's
That's
why
a
I said
very
like,
everything.
personal
so like that
opinion.
why I said like
Because people
this is my own
explore.
personal view. Okay, this is my own personal
Yeah.
view of like exploration. Like if you explore and like I'm not saying like they are like not like I'm not saying that I expect Burna Boy to give me like a tatata EP, right? I'm not saying that but like I'm saying like there are some like explorations like that feel like this can quote unquote like flesh out into like a story. Like this is a story. Like this is an uncompleted story. A big example that I'll also give also is there is one Fireboy record that was I've forgotten the record, but the record is so The Weeknd like in his pop sound.
Oh, is this someone like
Yeah,
you or
yeah, yeah, yeah,
something
yeah.
along those lines?
God.
The house space
Yes,
like that
yes,
people. Yeah, I know the
yes.
song you're talking about,
I also feel like that is
but it doesn't feel
no, no,
like
no,
that
no, no. I feel
though.
like that is an uncompleted story in the like if he crafted out
Is
like
it is it
an
uncompleted
EP.
because is it uncompleted because you wanted more?
No, yes, yes, me. So like that's what I mean, like quote unquote.
Okay,
But this
So
is
then,
like
now
that's what
but
I
that's
mean.
personal
not.
to
Me.
you. This is
So no, no,
personal
no.
to
Now.
That's
you.
personal
So no,
now.
no,
What
no.
Yeah,
if
that
every other fan
becomes
This
a
is
doesn't want
different
that?
issue.
hold on. This is what I'm saying. If you bring out the I'm not saying that so this is the story of the man, the horse, and the baby. This is just the story. If you bring out broccoli, people that were eating jollof rice, now you have brought out broccoli. 10 people bought those broccoli or bought the granola and actually liked it, right? And they're like, oh, like this granola, we like this granola, this granola, we enjoy it. Then they go back there on Monday and you tell them that because only 10 people bought this granola, like no granola for everybody. Do you understand? So like that's what
And
I mean.
that's lost
Yeah,
boy, lost
but
boy,
like
lost
that's
boy. That's
assuming.
also fine. I think this is the issue I'm having, right? It's that like there's this idea that if something doesn't work, it is bad. And I think that's what I'm pushing back at. Every form of exploration, even if it is an exploration that you explored and it revealed to you that you should never do it again, that is actually not a bad thing. And I think that's where
It's
that's
literally called an experimentation.
yeah, like you're
It's called an
literally trying
experimentation.
something different. You cannot wake up one day and decide to make the entire same thing for the rest of your life, because what then happens, especially as an artist, as a creative, is that it puts you in a silo, right? So you are not learning new things, you are not evolving, you are not trying anything, you are just in this bubble of your same thing over and over again. And that is how you end up in a situation when you never know when you've made your last blown song or whatever, right?
Right.
Because you are making the same thing
That,
over and over again. And so by the time it comes time to expand as an artist, like you don't go to school and learn for 6 years and say I'm done, right? There's typically always something after. Even if you got a PhD, you've gotten every single degree there's possibly gotten in the world, right? When you start working, whatever the job is, even as a doctor, they're still getting, they're still training, they're still going back to books, there's still new information that's coming out, right? So like in tech, people will talk about like how, okay, if you were learning in like 2014, it was very much the internet of things. Then a few years later, it was software as a service. All of a sudden, you're now in a situation in today's age where it's AI, right? But because you were making uh, products that were very handy back then, and that's what you're good at, and that's what people like you for, you're just gonna keep doing that. It doesn't mean you should become an AI expert today. or even tomorrow. It doesn't even mean you should become an AI expert ever. It just means you should carry your art along with the times. So just because somebody makes something and they say, I've done it, I'm good, I'm moving on. Or they say, oh, I actually liked this, I'm going to do more of this. That is the artist's decision to make. And I think that's where the issue is. The issue is not that people are not allowed to explore. The issue is that they do not know how to handle it when that exploration does not blow. They go and they
Can I
experiment.
say
They go
something?
and they experiment and it doesn't
Can,
go the way they
Okay,
wanted.
okay.
I I think not Rema personally, there was one thing. He kind of normalized doing what he wants. Like he kind of
100,
made that known.
for you.
And I think that it and I think that it did the perception of the music of like this guy goes and try things. I'm doing this today, I won't do that tomorrow. He goes on an interview and he said, I don't go to the studio thinking what's the audience going to like. I go and do what I want to do. When Tonyazi was like, oh, make a sensual record, and they didn't tell him what to do, he went and made Soundgarden. And then it came out like, there's the thing about, I think what I don't like about Lost Boys take is not necessarily like the thing you said about the audience and making something. You're 100% right. But I think that even plays more into marketing. And I think if that kind of experiment is done, marketing side you might be thinking what other audiences could we tap into. It's like why a Drake would have a dancehall record, an R&B record, a hip hop record, a whatever Afrobeat record, just to get that audience to like that's different for him, and that is trying to get more people. It is still an experiment, right? But I think you in the beginning you kind of position in a way like, oh, it's kind of like a general POV, and that's where I don't agree with you because it's a very personal experience for you, and to me it's simplified to this is what you want from the artist.
So
That's
that
what I think.
to buttress,
And
sorry, to buttress that
when
to
when
buttress that point on Rema from the beginning, let's say from the like introduction, we could see that Rema, even the first EP, it shows that he was exploring like so many sounds. When you hear Iron Man and maybe they are not same. When you move to the Trap of Submarine EP, I had Spider Man, I like all those songs I had that time. He moved back to Bad Commando. He has been exploring. He has been giving us so many side of him.
bro, in fact, even the structure behind them were
Yeah,
open to the point that Dojazi said if Rema's trap records were more successful in the
more
beginning,
successful.
Rema would be a trap artist. He literally said that.
Yeah.
He
So
said if that was that was
we
what went, he would have.
they would give
Sorry,
back
hold on.
control. So like I said,
Oh,
even
your frequency is fucking sorry.
the album, the River Roses album, you could see some things that you could see how he has he doesn't he's not boxing himself normally firstly, but you could see how he was moving. You could see songs like Dirty, and you see songs like what's it called Addicted. I'm not saying Addicted sound like okay. I want more of Addicted. If you could get me that songs give me this the weekend vibe, and I was like can't remember do all this kind of like for me for this kind of sound.
So they try something and then you want more. And it is now the artist's choice to either give you or not give you. Sometimes they'll be like, this is what people want, and I'll give them. Something that is like, I want to do my own thing. And I think that should be fine. I think Benson was here when he said he dropped the record he dropped last December. That was kind of like a random release. I think Spoil My Stays or something. And it was like, in the industry, then industry friends, artist friends, everybody had the mentality of, it seems like when they drop songs, it needs to reach a particular point before they feel like the song is something.
Yeah,
And
it's
it's like,
very
no,
much it has
I
to
can do a
blow.
one off. Yeah, he
But
has
I'm
to
And
blow,
if
he
it
needs to
doesn't
become a thing.
blow,
And
I'm not
I think he
making
has,
more.
exactly, like it has to do with this overly red carpet industry. I think that's what that gave me that phrase, to be honest. Red carpet industry that is, on the long run, just does a disservice for almost everybody. It's like this is weird and it's very weird to consume music that way, in my own opinion. I think one of the people who were most receptive to Made in Lagos were like the Oti guys. Like it's not something people or the audience for the Oti community were. It was not foreign to them. Like they were, oh, this is what this is, and they'll be telling people that now this is what this is, and then people were like, no. So it's going outside, and this is like you have to wait. You can't really decide. You can't separate. This is not for me, or this is. not good. You can't separate that. And also, I guess a lot of people don't even have a lot of reference points. It seems what I'm saying is a lot of the casual listeners don't have a lot of reference points for what people are doing. But to your point of, or whose point was it to about the Rema's audience? It's like if Rema translates a opium record into Afrobeats and you get on a Zeba, they clock it. They get what exactly this is. They can accept it easier. So I think with time it's gonna be whatever. But I think artists just need to do what they want more. Amari said in an interview that when she was with, or maybe it's the label that's preventing people, and I think she was talking just more broad because I don't know much about the Nigerian labels. People do what they want, and then if it cooks, and then you find the audience for that when you're thinking about your branding and your market. I think that's just where I sit mostly in this conversation. Like people should be allowed to do what they want, and the measure for the if it works or it doesn't work, or you have to double down or not, should still be kind of left to the artist. I know you have to sell and you have to make money and all those things, but if it is not what you really want to be doing, and you're just waiting on if it works, because I think something which I'm not, it is 100% critic, I would criticize about Fido is this. I'm not saying he had it easy, but I think when you have the first record and it just goes like this normalization of the first week you're number one, the first month your the song is the biggest. Like we're no longer used to a song being dropped like 2 months, 6 months ago before it come like instant gratification, instant was this. Let me have an opinion. Let me have an opinion on the snippet. I've not heard the entire record. Let me have an opinion on this. And everybody's oh, and now people want to like follow the crowd, and that's what you get. Those are like audience wise, I feel those are bad habits that I try not to emulate just so I can enjoy the music.
Okay, well, Mephizi, go ahead and give us our last take on this topic, please.
Okay. I have Having listened to what everybody said, I just thought of a different perspective right now. This is mainstream music here, and you have to be on a level to be able to do stuff like this. You have to be on a level of I am him. Like right now, Rema knows he's him. He knows that there's nothing he puts out now that will not go because he's at that point of his career and he has been there for some years, and I don't think he's leaving anytime soon. Anything he does right now, a lot of people would accept it for what it is. He is Rema. Fireboy has also been on this level. There was a time Fireboy dropped a snippet. Fine girl from New York City, a very slow song. The next day, stopping charts. Same Fireboy has dropped Party Scatter. He was at that point in his career where he was the most sought out and he could do anything that he wanted to do. But right now, you're not on that level anymore and you can't explore much. You can't be on a label and your major priority is exploring to just give yourself a like you're craving for something and you just want to do it. The business always comes first for a mainstream artist. If you're an author artist, if you have your own community, you can switch sound for your community. They'll still listen to you because you're not focusing on the mainstream success. You know those that want to listen to your sound. But once you're a mainstream artist, that I feel like there are times when there are some certain level you get to that you'll be able to do those exploration and it's going to work whatsoever. Because if an artist like Davido wants to explore now, I feel like he will do it perfectly and we will still accept it because he's still at that peak. He still has the fan base to push it. I don't think Davido will come outside. I was okay. Now he wants to dumb down from all this his kind of style and start giving us slow vibe. I feel like the fans are still going to buy it because it is Davido, it is Rema. What he's doing, they will still accept it. But once you've left that pinnacle of your diss and you're just floating somewhere down, you don't expect us to accept your exploration that much because you're not the most sought out. Like we don't really care. We only care about what taps and what it's. But when you're at that peak of your career, you can decide to explore because you know that will definitely take whatever you dish us because this is mainstream music. You don't expect us to say, okay, we just want to explore and we'll just accept it. If you're at that peak of your career, you can do what else, you can do whatever you want to do. People will accept whatever you give. That's what Rema knows right now. Rema knows he can drop a snippet today and drop the song tomorrow, and the song is number one. So right now, he can flex on us as much as he wants. probably tomorrow he
But
might lose that
Rema,
source and might not be able to do these things anymore. So I think that's something I yeah. So that's all.
Yeah.
Rema, sorry, can I please reply, please?
Okay, real fast, real fast, real fast.
Yeah, yeah, I know that was your last thing, but sorry, you said something that threw me off. You said put the business before the music. That in my head makes no sense. Because it's music business, so music comes first. Do the music because if the video comes out and it doesn't, they're an experiment and Black Brother if it doesn't do you right, it doesn't do you well. The people that won't connect. And I get what you say, but tell me the last person that popped without taking a risk or without doing something different. Can you give me the last person that you feel didn't have a different take on it, raining sound, a different approach, a different structure, a different production, basically an experiment. The last person that didn't have that and actually penetrated this industry.
I don't have any.
Nafisi.
Oh,
That's a
Mephisto.
Oh no,
that's a
not Baloma.
breakout now. That's a different context from what we're saying, right? That's breakout.
So what you're saying is when you found
When you've
success. In fact, the
established
common
yourself,
practice
that's what
I
I'm
see
talking
is that
about.
people that find success actually get more comfortable. And that's the thing. That's the thing I see often actually. People who have become successful keep doing what they are doing. People are like, oh, when last did this person evolve? When last did this? And all those conversations start happening. So I don't get what you mean. My thing with Rema is sure is success, but I don't think Rema moves with whatever I give them, they're gonna eat it. I think he moves with I'm doing what I want to do, and I've been doing different things since day one. So now people are accustomed to me doing different things since day one.
I
Not
mean,
because
even in
he's
Kelebu, he kind of said
if
whatever he gives you, people you eat it. So I don't think, I don't think it is as simple as that. I think it's in.
yeah, but in that case, I think he's talking to his fans.
Yeah, because he knows that, right? And I think it's more so with the times, right? So that is why I gave the example
Yeah,
earlier when I mentioned like if the band was the one that made like and his project, like would it hit like that? And that's what I meant by that. Like if Rema never did it and the band was the one that did it, like would people be as accepting as that? I don't think the mainstreamness of it all has a lot to do with it, but it plays a part in it. So if Davido was experimenting and he dropped something that was an
I can agree
experiment,
with that.
he dropped something that was an experiment, it would still do well because he has a sizable fan base, right? Now the question is, will it still do as well as his more um normal Davido songs? Probably not, but it will still do well, right? So to so it will be
example.
successful, but maybe it won't be available, right? And that's fine too. I think the idea and the bottom line that I'm taking out of this conversation is that people should be able to take risks and people should be okay taking risks, and they should be also okay if that risk doesn't work, right? All that means
Exactly.
is they should just pivot again. And if you are okay not taking risks and being comfortable, just be aware that there's a lifespan on that, right? So like I gave the example of AI earlier, right? A lot of people are very anti that, but businesses are evolving in that direction. So you can make the decision to not play along with that, to not even learn anything or tap into any part of the market, even like on a very basic level. And that's fine. But then there would be a point where you reach a market cap, right? Where people have moved on past what you are offering. And that's all it is. So be willing to learn, be willing to evolve, be willing to experiment. Like this is all a conversation about evolving, right? Like everybody, especially creatives, is meant to be evolving. The problem is that we tie evolving to the fact that if you evolve, it must be successful. There are people that are bad at what they do. There are people that are good at what they do. The question is, did you do it or did you not do it? Like, what was the choice that you made? And I'm okay with that. I think it's a fair conversation. Ultimately, people are not angry how with experimenting and evolving. People are just angry about how the artist goes about it and what they do with it. It's okay if it doesn't work out. Pick something else, man. And evolution does not have to come in the sound in the way of you were making uh, R&B before all of a sudden you're a rock musician. No, that's not what experimenting or evolving is. You can still be making your R&B type music. You can still be making your street music and be infusing elements of what you're hearing into your street music. Like
Yeah,
like it
perfect
doesn't have
example.
to.
Morgan Wallen was like the first to use hip
Yeah,
hop
like
beats.
you don't
So
have to. Nobody's if you're a street artist, nobody's saying start making music like uh, who do I even want to call Ira Star? Nobody's saying that. Like if whatever is trending, whatever is that, like you can experiment, you can infuse it into your stuff. It doesn't have to be a drastic change. Like that also counts as well. So that's all I will say on that. Okay, well, thank you everybody for coming to join us on this very fine Monday. ATTW Space is here every Monday. We're always talking new music. So come with all your new music takes next week. We did the TTC Top 10 today. That was so fun. I'm I'm actually hoping we get Batman Gangsta. Um, actually, I want Batman Gangsta to say at number two. I want Hot Body to be number one next week. So that's my agenda this week. Um, I want Ira on top. Um, yeah, it was a very very fun cute space. We will come back again next week. See you guys then. Bye everyone.
And